it's quite
quick
chic.
Combox, my mom thinks you're absolutely insane, and I told her you're 100% insane. She said hi. Carrie, you're more of the sane one. My mom also said hi. She actually.
Your mom says I'm sane.
Yeah. Compared to Combox and me. So the last neighbor that you slept with, you're like, this is the last neighbor I'm sleeping with. I'm starting afresh. I'm going to another place, and I won't sleep with the neighbor this time.
No, I'm going to another place to look for new neighbors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've learned nothing.
Huko kuna wazungu.
So you've learned nothing. So hold on. So you've learned nothing.
Anna.
No, but like what you've said is the truth.
Yeah.
All 99% of the time. You know, sometimes a baby's with you maybe because of security. Right?
That's true.
That's it. Like she just knows I'm secure, as in
and
this
safe,
is someone I can, and I'm safe.
Yeah.
Right? Might not even be sexy, no jokes, nothing.
You know,
I
nothing.
can forfeit. I can flirt with the wuchi. This is why relationships are not lasting.
Yeah.
Yours are not lasting, mine is.
Unajoka sisi wa Kisii atuende kwa baba shop, unatoka na nywele zako zote.
You start picking
You go to a baba shop in Kisii,
Utarogwa.
all of a sudden you start finding yourself you're just giving your money and you've gone crazy. Yeah. No, I'm kidding though, but like we're very superstitious about hair, but somehow when it comes to weaves, is where we draw the line. It's like it's okay, it's somebody else's hair, you don't even know which body part it came from.
Would you help a guy like foot school fees for his kids?
Happen do you decide? Happen right there.
No, for real, yeah. Like you're dating a guy, unajua by the you make more money than him, and then he's like, babe, see, you help me pay fees this month.
Hell no.
What do you mean?
Hell
You love this person. This is your person.
Hell, those are not my children.
Nah, come on.
They're not
his
my
kids.
children. There's nothing wrong with if you choose to date a broke guy, that's up to you. But the mistake a lot of women do is taking up his bills. Why are you making his life better than you found it? That's not gonna push him to want to be better. He's gonna get comfortable.
But you see this guy, akona nini? Potential.
Potential is trash. Please, I'm speaking as someone who has actually dated broke guys more than once.
The mama takes you. Umewekwa hapa. Amekusokota hapa kwa kuchi yake.
Oh, damn.
Lines hapa.
Imagine.
So you
knew without
the whole
moving,
time you're like this guy and he's tuna.
Guy.
You're just
tuna, not your
6 Gucci's smell like tuna.
That's true.
Thank you. Hello.
Damn.
Sick ones.
Ama ni kupiga deki.
Exactly. Yeah. Sugar deki is cleaning the house.
I know.
Joyce,
I know.
Do you?
You guys are trying to set me up.
No, we ain't setting you up, girl. You know what it is. You know what it is. You're standing there with your girls, you're talking, and then a guy just comes and does for you like this from behind. And they're like, that one is a virgin.
I used to punch them.
Till today, there are guys who think that this is how you know who's a virgin, and this is why we need sex education in Kenya. We need it right now.
But then Jamaicans learned to lock their hair from Kikuyus, not. It wasn't the other way around. Like when they came here, and like the reason why Mau started locking their hair is because they were in the wilderness for like. No, it's not camp.
I've called it too.
No, it's not camp. They were in
camp.
the wilderness for like years and like months and like hiding. That's how they ended up having locked hair, because they were not combing their hair. Right?
We were going to someone's house and put had a deuce in the toilet. Touching their mind which had a worm, and then guys thought it came from inside a deuce. Like mtu amekuachia lori.
No.
Hapo ama a guest has come over. Umemfeed 2 feet alafu ameenda ameblock choo yako na shonde.
I have a friend who had to pick up his douche because it wasn't.
I knew it.
It wasn't flushing. Yeah.
And then he took it where?
Yeah, I won't name the person. You know him.
He took it outside.
Yeah, right now he's such a distinguished gentleman, man. I guess. Another bus like that.
Stop!
And you can imagine, it was a babe's house.
It refused to flash, ama it was too big.
Yeah,
it
ni kweli ukianza kuunga nini mbaraka naanzanga kwa ndogo. Wallahi, it's true. Like no, it's like literally true. How you guys?
No, you know, as I'm laughing, like there's a carousel of all the guys that I know who go to the gym. That's
yes, it's true. Hey, all the muscles are contracts and I love it.
I thought that like. I mean, I didn't really think about it until I started noticing a friend of mine who she's not plus size. She's not even big, right? But as in the way she talks about skinny guys, emaciated. Let me tell you, if this babe works at UNHCR, there will be a scandal at the refugee sites.
You see, but it's have you ever asked why? Shit.
She will misuse these hungry people. Hi guys, I'm Kwambox, and I'm a recovering ratchet person.
Hi Sheila.
I've previously kissed strangers more than 3 in the club in one night.
Hi guys, my name is Kerry. I'm a recovering ratchet person.
Hi
Hi
Kerry.
Kerry.
I've been to the ladies' room in a club
With a lady.
with a lady. I'm not proud of it.
Shame. Shame.
Hi, my name is Joyce. I am a recovering ratchet person.
Hi Joyce.
Hi Joyce.
Hi.
And well,
Well.
remember that conscience song where everyone was like twerking to the point where like they were literally touching their toes?
Gala bubble.
I've done
Bend
that.
over.
I've done that.
Jesus.
Yeah. In a short, very short skirt. Yeah.
In a club.
Do you know I need Kenyan
Yeah, and they usually line up
back
to-
in the day from like in a P Square.
Yeah.
I mean, they've munched a bunch of Kenyan babes, right?
True,
Yeah,
true,
do
true,
So,
true,
I
true,
do
true.
me, I do you.
Man, none of us.
You know what I mean? Like babes have been munched here like biscuits. Me, in my head, I'm just like, if you at yo, let me record and let me run to the front. Oh, then go.
Yeah, but you see, it's easy for you
to knock you over the side of the head. I'm like, leave that kid, let's go.
Yeah.
That one is a groupie.
Beautiful people, it's me again, just here to remind you to like, share, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys love this episode because this was a hot one.
And
7 p.m.
Yes,
guys.
7 p.m.
Why would this mean?
I'm
Why would he
really-
mean AM? Why would he mean AM?
PM.
Why would he mean
No, you need to hear this story.
So
Leslie.
by the time this chick is like, so sijui ati, are you going to come by, get me this and this and this, and obviously I want to smash. So see, lazima nimtafute where she is.
You did all of this
That
just
trip to Rongai, I leave Galana at 7. By the time I get to Rongai,
That's in
it's
Kilimani.
like 10 p.m.
Traffic. You know traffic here.
Yeah.
Rongai usiku. It's a weekday.
There is traffic. You just sit there. By the time we are finished, I'd like to leave. So I probably leave like at 5 in the morning. Yeah. As in, it was a road trip every single day.
Imagine.
And then
You used to make that
every day, guys.
and then that's if I'm
for
going.
vagina?
That's
Oh
if
my God.
I
that.
know, right? He's committed.
For vagina.
He's committed.
No, oh,
For
okay.
vagina?
I know. He's driving through 75 neighborhoods.
Bro.
He's passing Kilimani,
3 counties.
Kileleshwa,
3 counties.
Ngong, Karen.
So-
I mean, if it's good, you
That's
go.
okay. That girl is good,
Yeah,
girl.
if it's
Pick up
good,
yourself.
hata kama
That
ni
must have been
Mombasa,
amazing.
utapanda
In
SGR.
one game.
You've not had guys who go to like you book a
To the length
bus.
of the earth, yeah.
No, you are booking a bus to go all the way to Kisii to go and meet
Which
someone.
women are these that you
Because
guys?
this
I need to talk to them.
unataka kuona
Like,
mora.
tell me your secrets.
But you know what? That's love. That's love. I think guys, no, guys, let's be honest, right? Guys love being done for stuff, right? Like this
they do.
kupikiwa, kuoshwa.
What?
No, you know, that's the question I wanted to ask.
Like getting,
Yeah?
I'm,
Like she
getting
puts
that
you in a
done.
basin, she's just like,
Bro,
oh,
you see,
okay, maybe
that's
not in a
really-
basin. Okay, not in a basin, sawa.
Kwa bathtub.
Bathtub.
Yeah,
Amekuweka kwa bathtub
Yeah.
hapo anakusugua because there are babes who love that, right?
Yeah.
Like there are babes who I know their act of service
Yeah.
is she wants to wash you,
Yeah.
then she wants to, you know, oil you,
Yeah,
then she wants to
sinani.
feed you, right? Then she wants to, you know, like so.
Gucci Mane's girlfriend, I think,
Yeah.
said she likes to bathe him. If I'm not wrong,
Yeah.
guys, please confirm that story.
Yeah.
It was from
Does that sound like
she
something
likes
you'd
to,
be into?
Bathe
Us,
him.
maybe once
Being
every
washed.
2 months, 3 months, but
Not
on
a
a
regular
day,
thing.
funny.
See, hiyo si kitu ya daily lakini once in a
Yeah,
while
si kitu ya
ungetaka
daily.
anakusugua
Is
tu
that the
hapo.
one?
Yeah.
You know,
Would you rather one who's not a 10, maybe like a 1,
Guy.
or one who's like a 7 but has a beard?
You can't be a 7 and have a beard. Well, it depends with your preference. You know,
Have you seen this? Have you seen the babe?
No, we
Nah,
haven't.
I-
Actually, we should.
you can't be a 7 and have a beard, man. Like the beard will take off like 5 marks, depending
Bruh.
on like the taste of the person. Because some people like that.
They're okay with it, yeah.
Some guy would see it and be like, yeah,
Sexy.
man. Let me eat that hair.
That.
Okay.
Okay.
Take
If
it
it
off my
if That's the things that babes are doing. Okay?
Kerry.
That way we'll
How
stop.
you carry
That way we'll stop
yourself.
looking at degrees.
Yeah, that's
or
true.
a degree as a
What your song
qualification.
alikuwa Shimolatewa?
That's true. He was in actual prison.
As in before
like
he
the
was
worst prison in what? What did you say? What did you say? What did you say?
I said which one?
Which one? Anyway, moving on. I said Sonkwezi was in
get it, forget about it.
Shimolatewa.
Kerry.
No, see, there's a school, there's a prison.
Okay. There's the estate. There's the estate Shimolatewa. Anyway, he was in the estate, the one that has the estate, the one where you can't live. It's like Hotel California. You can't live.
Atatoka na ndevu, asipokuwa na ndevu. They played me. Where's the mustache? Nachana ni complain kwa plot yetu by the way, kama na wachiki tu mwache ufala by the way tuongeleshane.
Guy.
Hakuna venye sasa pegs zitakuwa zinapotea za kunibishia kwa nyumba. Come on. Like tafute check hata gonga gari ya neighbor hapo tuko na kesi.
Guys,
Nini hizi mnafanya? But it's not
it
nice.
becomes difficult.
Yeah.
So
Don't pay.
if you're the first person to slide in my DMs and say, yo, you know, I like you, blah, 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 you've already made the intention that I'm going to eat one free meal.
You know?
Right? When we meet. But, and gifts, I love gifts. But, there's a technicality. Which you still also should pay. If you've just been saying, hey, for a year, and then I open that server and I say, let's have lunch, I'm not the one paying for it.
Bro, you've said hey since 2016.
I'm helping you. Hey, ni chakula ya farasi.
Ilikuwa hiyo nini time.
Unasema hey 2016,
Come
2017,
on.
2018.
By the time-
hadi saa hii bado unasema hey. Don't tell me I'm not the price. Get right here, man.
Hapana.
Get
Yeah,
right
can you
here.
imagine that you're tough me and then I get there, then you're saying, tuna split.
Nini? What
See
I'm
also that
splitting.
makes me as
Nah,
in
bro.
lazima to
Then
split.
do this, eh? Kama uko tayari kulipa bill, save kwanza. Kabla wanza kuniambia, hey, paka saa ngapi?
Na I'll only save for a day to
Let-
Let
complete
me
know
tell
about
you
you.
you.
something.
I'm sorry.
Even the most independent women in the world, we
want
still
some
like to
Ah,
be taken
zee.
care
Talk
of.
about-
Man.
No, if you're a guy and you want to save to take a babe
Come on,
out, it better be your girlfriend.
No.
You don't save to
Kama
take
unataka
someone out on a
nikule
first date.
dessert.
The most I do with my cousins is drink. Like
True. No, you
You don't have
tuko na
you
shida
don't have a
sisi
cousin
basi.
where, you only have male cousins.
Honestly, same.
No, even the babes.
You only have babe cousins.
No. As in, the most we do when we're together is drink. I have so many male cousins. I think that the majority of our family.
Okay, listen, my cousins are watching, so I
But
have to
how
say this.
distant
I
is a
don't
distant
find any of my
cousin?
cousins attractive like that.
Like, I don't
right?
think you need to say
How
that
do you
it's
have a
supposed to be-
children?
At
Yes.
I like that.
Guys, I have so many questions.
I like
How
that.
does somebody impregnate?
Yeah.
How do you have a channel called What Jesus and then impregnate your cousin?
And he okay,
was
so
rough.
when
And then
it comes
still
to
use the same-
you
Yeah,
were
how
saying
distant?
about no,
Yeah,
you
how
were saying
distant is
hold on,
distant?
you were saying about crying. This guy cried
And
on
said
his
it wasn't
YouTube
his,
channel
right?
Yeah.
denying that child.
Yeah.
He cried.
Yeah, because I think the DM is a waiting space. It's like place tu umepakiwa hapo.
Reception area.
Reception area. Unaweza kuwa unafikiri mna
You're on your way
progress.
to a relationship.
But honestly, I don't think anything positive happens in the DM. Like anything that's going to bring fruition. And I'm not talking about doing. I'm talking about I know where you're going. And I had to say that. Not anything that would lead to something serious. As in maybe 1%. But 99% of the DM is
So what
just a
you're
place
saying
to
right
make
now,
you feel
Kwambox-
good about yourself. That's it.
What
Nah,
you're saying
but-
right now, Kwambox, is Kerry has like 10 women he's talking to in the DMs right
10.
now.
10.
And none of them he has at
Are you
least
saying 10 to
10.
the power of 10?
No, at least 10.
To the power
At
of 10.
Minimum 10 women
I'm
that
not
he's
talking
talking
to
to in
anybody.
his DMs right now.
Bring
but
your
he
phone.
has
Bring your phone. Put
he
your
actually
phone
just
here.
showed
Give
me
me
one
yours.
right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, me I can
fine.
show you mine. Mine is like,
Wait,
there's
let me look,
nothing
let me
to
look.
hide.
Hey, you see?
There's nothing
I'm
to hide. Look at
the
my
only one
DMs.
who's not looking.
Look at my DMs. Look at my DMs.
You're showing us
Look
because you're in a
who's the first
relationship. You
person.
sanctified your DM before you got to this conversation.
Unaongeanga na huyo?
No, but for real though, in this process of trying to find the love of my life, right? Because that's where I'm at. If I take advice from you, Carrie, it means I should just be out here dating everybody.
I'm giving
right?
you real advice.
Just dating.
Deep.
And for me, like I feel like emotional connections really matter.
They
so
do.
by the time I'm coming to have a sexual relationship, and my mom is watching, Mom, I'm still a virgin. So anyway, by the time I'm coming to have a sexual relation, there's an emotional connection. I don't think I've ever hooked up with anyone just from a and then machos.
That's
and then
really weird, yeah.
it's never
real.
happened.
Weird,
There
yeah.
has to be an emotional connection. So anyone who you've ever seen me with, like, there's an emotional connection. But now in this process of looking for like now someone to like, you know, really date, and remember last time I told you someone who's like screaming at the billboards, you know,
Yeah.
Kibahati style,
That is my girlfriend.
buying for me houses and cars. Yeah, don't forget that part. I can't date everybody to get to this person. I'm gonna keep myself. And I have a feeling I'm gonna get serious and everything before you.
me.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, because you wouldn't even know if anything is serious. You do even know what serious is if you're just
Gilly,
like,
please
This
keep
one,
that
focus
clip.
this one.
hello, what's good? Want to take a moment to shout out all our 25,000 followers and our subscribers. We appreciate you. Right now, I know you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, as in you subscribe, Apple. Wait, reverse your nyash first before you start telling me where it happened. See, I'm telling you it's because it has happened. If you have, like you grew up in this family, you guys just have everything, and then you find out your dad was just a murderer and he was stealing money from people, and all this is just blood money.
Am I gonna give it up?
Are you-
Absolutely not.
Okay,
I'm gonna be honest. Sorry,
that was what I was
I'm
gonna
sorry.
ask.
Yeah, are you gonna give up the money because it's blood money?
And
No.
you know that like there's actually even families like he killed that one's dad and that one's mom and took their property. Shamba kwanza ilikuanga part of theirs, like that, because that's what land grabbing is. It's grabbed from other people.
I'd probably go super low key, like go somewhere where I can live a nice, healthy, rich life without everyone knowing my business.
Why are you trying to be low key? If you're gonna eat this money with, if
No,
you're
because I'm gonna
blood
feel
money-
bad. No,
I
I'm
told
not
you-
saying. I'm not saying I won't feel bad. I will, but I'm not gonna
But
give
I
up the
would
money.
feel bad in
Yeah,
Loresho.
I'll go feel bad in
In
like
Loresho.
Panama. You know, these my countries. Yeah, not even Loresho. I'd go to like Panama.
Peru.
These my countries for extradition. I'd go there.
Islando. I always feel unsafe when I go to Islando.
Why?
You know, my past boyfriend was from like.
I've lived in Islando. I've lived in
Islando has hot babes.
I just don't think. Yeah, I'm not like I don't like. Now I've fallen in love with Kerry. Maze unaishi uko down somewhere in the corner, somewhere in Buru ko nini. Like maybe I'll be coming
Buru
on
is even
Sundays.
nice,
I'll be coming
bro.
on
Do you know some
Sundays.
places in
Listen,
Islando
I'll come on Sundays. From Mudurwa, getting to there, the neighborhood is nice, but getting there is hectic.
Get there usiku.
Sasa unaona najiendaje?
Kwanza job.
Najiendaje kwa sababu ya nini? Smiadle.
Yeah.
Come on.
Actually, my first boyfriend, like a boyfriend, it was a peer pressure boyfriend. Story for another day.
Hey, your peer
It's
pressure
a
to join a boyfriend.
It's a long story, guys. I will tell you one day. So he used to live in Buru, and I just started learning
And
how
Buru
to
is a nice
drive.
neighborhood.
It's actually really nice. That's like the upper class for.
Shout out to
Islam.
Fena.
Yeah, Fena. Yeah, it's like the
Brooklyn
bougie
boys.
places. So yeah, moral of the story is I was on Jogoo Road going to visit him, and obviously being a new learner and those buses for Jogoo Road, that's why I had my first accident.
So you're saying, oh my God, like, but you know how people say, you're beautiful the way you are, shine bright like a diamond. Don't worry, God created you the way you are. There's no nigga that's trying to smash her, man.
Oh no.
Exactly. So now I want to ask Carrie. You didn't hear my question. If you met a babe, like now we're chatting on the internet, nini, blah. Of course, I know you're so greedy. You'll be like, send me a picture of yourself, chop. Can't be just be chatting with somebody with words alone. Maybe I can't have like a profile photo of my chairman. Chairman is a
trick is
profile
video
photo.
calls.
So you see?
Yeah.
So now we've been chatting. My convo, my banter is legit. Fuck, you're like, hey, yo, we need to see each other. Then we got the video. Doom, I'm there.
Beard.
I have the beard. What's your next move?
Like, where's your sister?
My God. My God. But these things happen.
How do you know a girl has a who has a sugar daddy?
Who's a sugar
Yeah.
baby?
What are the signs that a girl has a sugar daddy?
Kama
Ukianza kukatia dem,
Technically, what is a sugar daddy?
Okay, let's start there. Okay, let's start
brand
there.
of alcohol wanakwambiaga wanunulie.
Allah.
Wacha nishow. Mde mwenye amezoea
Konyagi.
rika yetu. Anajua kuna vinywaji za rika yetu. Na wanaga mambo. Time uko na paki ufike bei. Wanasemanga thanks. Mambo poa. Time hakuna tunajuanga zile choche si ingia tunakunywa kenye si kunywa atuambiagi watu. But ukishapata msana anakuambia me I don't drink anything but Henny.
Allah.
Me I don't take anything but Jagermeister. Me bro uko tu hapo uko.
Jack Daniels.
Ndugu yangu, uko na hiyo pesa sasa nikikwambia lipia. Niseme mimi credit card yangu imeanguka. We lipia. Utalipia. They never have the cash. They're always busy. And they always want to come with a friend.
Aha.
It's always the friend.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.